Kia's first dedicated EV or electric vehicle, the first of many to come, as Kia says. So as that brand new electric flagship, the Kia EV6 needed to be very good. And it is. I am driving it today in Germany, where it has already picked up a lot of buyer interest. Now the 6 in the name of course tells you that Kia's family of born electric vehicles will all be called EV something. And this is the EV6, which also tells you that there's going to be a bunch of them because, of course, there's going to be a lot of them going forward. Built on the Hyundai Motor Group's new Electric Global Modular Platform or EGMP, the EV6 shares a lot with its Hyundai alter ego, the Ioniq 5. Its looks are its own though. The design team went for a crossover look, and which is why many call this an SUV. To me, it's more a large hatch, or yes, a crossover. A modern face, smooth flanks, and a rear that is especially expressive. The flared out fenders at the back are inspired by the Lancia Stratos from the 1970s. It has deployable door handles that sit flush with the body. Overall, this is the first car that displays Kia's new Opposites United design language. And you really see that in the rear taillight housing and styling. But along with that new design language, you still get some familiarity because Kia's Tiger Nose grille is here. It's been reinterpreted, but it's very much here. And it is also the first model to have the new Kia logo right from word go. We do know that logo well enough now. The car is just as sharp and modern looking on the inside. Clean cabin design dominated by dual 12.3-inch curved screens up front. The graphics are very nicely done, and the car gives you the right blend of information that you need and a techie, cool quotient. Connectivity, head-up display, ambient lighting, all of that is a given, I suppose. The floating central console is also cool and gives you wireless charging for your phone. The 2-spoke steering wheel looks really nice and houses the paddles to set desired levels of regeneration. And another button down front. Now the car's drive mode button is here on the steering wheel. I like that, it's very convenient. Usual drive modes, there's Eco, Normal and Sport, and then if you long press that button you get the Snow mode. Not using that today. The names are evident, but interestingly, the Eco mode, well, the car also takes into account its own onboard cameras, any obstacles in the way. It also tracks what's happening with the navigation system, even if you're not following a destination, just to know what sort of topography lies ahead, and then gives you the most efficient use of the battery and the throttle. So, of course, saves most power. You put it into sport mode, things get mental, and that's nice. It also stiffens up, which is also good. No change in damping, but you do have a nice stiff steering in that sort of a scenario. But what is nice is that it also sounds a little bit different. I kind of like that. The sport mode is indeed very responsive. It is pretty much where I stayed the entire afternoon. I had the chance to take the car out on 2 runs, so I did try the other modes too. The EV6 has a claimed range of 394 to 528 kilometers for the models sold in Germany. Drive in city mode alone, and that goes even higher. The top spec EV6 GT with 584 bhp is coming soon. That has the lower end of drive range but highest end of the performance. With me today is the GT-Line variant. It has a 77.4 kilowatt-hour battery and a 320 bhp output. Torque is 605 Nm. A 2-motor setup means all-wheel drive is standard. The entry EV6 in Germany gets a 58 kilowatt-hour setup with the same output but reduced driving range. Top speed on both is 185 kilometers per hour, though the GT will have 260 kilometers per hour. Some markets will get a 225 bhp rear-wheel drive single-motor variant, though not here in Germany, at least not yet. The EV6 handles well and has a terrific weighted steering. The car feels engaging and keeps you interested all the time. And as I already said, the sport mode keeps all your senses hooked. Now, being the very first dedicated EV from Kia, this car had to be a flagship. It really had to stand for everything that the company has achieved in terms of its R&D, in terms of its capability, its technology. And so it's really loaded with everything from driver assistance systems to, of course, safety, and even very fine detail on things like material quality, the screens. All of that has been paid a lot of attention to, and that's very obvious. The big question you're asking is, why should you care? Will the EV6 come to India? The simple answer is yes, but it won't happen for at least 12 months. Kia India is looking at the introduction of an EV model, and we know it will be a born electric car, so that rules out the likes of the Soul EV. The EV6 makes the most sense from the point of view of shape, size, segment, attribute, and levels of luxury and tech, and also what it will do for the brand's image. But it will remain a niche flagship, as it starts at over 45,000 euro, even in Europe, making it ideal for only a few.